Hey guys, Jesse here once again. I got another quick training for you. I'm going to talk with you today about media planning and specifically our media planning blueprint to help you become a local legend, or what we like to call a local legend, which would be an expert in your specific industry. I'm going to talk with you about the importance of that and also how that applies to our media planning blueprint and what you should be conscious of moving forward and creating content around serving your prospective or dream customer. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't done so already and you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and set up notifications so you don't miss future trainings, or you can jump over to our website, engage with our chat bot, and get information on all of our frameworks, strategies, and also services to help you grow your organization. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jesse Razo. I'm the lead designer at RazoRSharp Networks. And for the past 10 plus years, we've been helping service, trade, and marketing professionals create more powerful messages and grow their organizations utilizing our sales and marketing methodologies. So today I'm going to talk with you about media planning and how this applies to our media planning blueprint. Is a lot of times what happens with our customers when they come on and start to leverage content in order to increase their reach, influence, and or impact, they get caught up in how many people like their content and what their content, how many people actually engage with their content in the beginning. And I'm going to talk with you about the 5 areas where most people get caught and why they don't put together a media plan and or a content strategy that helps out their sales process. Because what media does is it shapes people's perception about who you are, what it is that you do. What most people fail to realize is that media does shape people's perception, but we get an opportunity to create that media every single day. So if you're creating content that actually provides value to the marketplace, and you do it on a regular basis, what happens is through this process, you actually, that work or that process, as we say, the work does more work on you than you do on the work. So that gives you the ability to go out there and perfect your messaging and really learn how to communicate your message more effectively on a regular basis. And I'll give you an example of this. Is I just went recently through a big move, as you notice from earlier videos. The backgrounds, backdrops, things of that nature have changed. And the reason for that is I moved from the Bay Area up into the mountains and have kind of created a little bit different lifestyle change. And this came after or through the whole COVID thing. As we're recording this video, that is beginning to taper off in regards to regulations and things of that nature. But I did want to get out of the city and kind of just distance myself from some of the things that were going on in the Bay Area. So what we did is we moved to the mountains and a little bit more remote location. And so today I record from that location and have gone through that process. But during that process and that big move, I stopped recording on a regular basis. And there are a couple of things that happened from this. And what I noticed is when I spoke to my customers on a regular basis, the message wasn't as succinct. So therefore, I had to work a little bit harder in regards to positioning, and actually closing sales became a little bit more challenging during this transition period because I wasn't producing content. I wasn't talking about what it is that we were doing or how we were serving the marketplace on a regular basis. So it actually became more challenging for me to host sales calls, which is surprising because I kind of feel like that I have a pretty good sales acumen, but that marketing effort in support of our sales wasn't there. So I wasn't practicing our messaging and it wasn't very succinct on a regular basis. Now, in addition to that, in regards to media and being able to provide media that was specific to those sales conversations, it was not as relevant, meaning that the things that we were doing through that transition and that move to a more remote location What had happened is the product and service positioning had changed a little bit more. In addition to being, a full service design house, we started to focus more on customer lifecycle automation and what that looked like. And our product positioning had shifted a little bit, but we didn't have the media or content in regards to marketing in order to support that. And the reality of it is that if you're a business owner, a professional or a tradesman, and you're always focused on product delivery, and or your sales process isn't as refined and or automated in regards to the content and media that you're producing on a regular basis, that sale is going to be more challenging. People aren't going to have any type of pre-framing in regards to relationship with you. And this is something that marketers have figured out that a lot of people are missing. And what it is that we want to do is we want to utilize our simple to follow frameworks in order to help you grow your organization. So, sharing these things with you is really to serve you at the highest level we possibly can. But in addition to that, it gives us the ability to do a couple things. We get to serve. In addition to that, you get a feeling for who we are and what it is that we do. Sometimes you actually, when you're doing research on product providers, if you're thinking about doing business with us, it gives you the ability to kind of look into our frameworks and how it is that we serve our community. But this media planning, from a marketing standpoint, is specifically designed to support our sales efforts and also to support our product delivery. So it actually is an entire solution built into media planning. And what it does is it gives us the ability to not only serve existing customers, but it also gives us the ability to develop relationship with future customers long before they decide to do business with our organization. So media is an incredibly powerful part of the process, and it's what really good marketers have figured out in regards to how to pre-frame their sales process, moving their business forward, and how to shorten the sales cycle and accelerate the number of sales that they have within their organization. So if you haven't, or if you don't have a media plan in place, we have a simple to follow framework that we call the media plan blueprint. And it talks about developing content around the work that you do, the customers you serve, and educating your dream customers. And if you'd like to get access to that, just drop a comment. We'll be happy to share that with you. And you can get the entire media planning blueprint. But with all of our customers, there is a process from getting them where they're at to where it is that they want to go, which is to have a thriving company that has a built-in sales pipeline that supports their growth and business goals. And one of the places they get caught up at, in our experience, is with producing media on a regular basis around those three pillars. And I'm going to talk with you about the 5 areas that they get caught up with. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about why you create media. And one of the things that you need to overcome from a psychology standpoint, or one of the things that I had to overcome in regards to producing media on a regular basis, is kind of detaching myself from the outcome, really understanding the process and the fact that the work that I was doing work on me on a regular basis. And that it was also producing media serves our existing customers. It also serves our sales and marketing efforts. So from an operational standpoint, it's beneficial. From a marketing standpoint, it's beneficial. And then also from a sales standpoint, it's beneficial. And so it helps your business all the way along the way. So regardless of what industry that you're in, you have a target market, and that target market, you're able to provide value to them all the way through the customer life cycle. And media is one of the ways that you're able to do that. But if you don't want to get caught up in some of the gotchas, then this is really a good video for you. So this is my main takeaway from the video: is don't create media to be liked, create media to be known. And that's incredibly important. And one of the paradigm shifts that I had to go through, and we work on with our customers to have them go through. You're not producing media to be liked, and the feedback that you get from your media is not the indicator of how well your media is producing. At the end of the day, revenue in regards to the number of customers that you're able to serve is really the major performance indicator from your media production. And so if you're able to streamline your sales process and or your marketing on a regular basis supports your sales efforts, then you know that your media is working. So the first takeaway is you need to shift your mindset. And really, if you want to achieve a new level of success, is kind of you need to think about it in a new way. And the first thing to think about when you're talking about putting together a media plan to support your sales efforts is don't create media to be liked, create media to be known. And this is a really powerful shift in regards to the way that you think about media, because be honest with yourself. If you look out into the marketplace, those companies that are known to be experts at what it is that they do generally don't have any challenges converting new customers. The reason for that is they've got built-in trust and credibility. People are pre-framed in regards to who they are and what it is that they do, so they don't have to work as hard when it comes to their sales process. And their marketing is generally tied in and supports their sales goals. So all of their messaging is really succinct in what it is that they deliver. So the first thing to overcome, or the first challenge to overcome when you're producing or creating media, is to make sure that you don't create the media to be liked, create the media to be known as an expert in your specific industry. Secondly, you want to create media, you want to find your message, and then you want to nail it over and over again. You want to find what it is that you're speaking about that resonates with your dream customer, and then you want to nail that message over and over again. And the only way to do that is through rapid testing in the marketplace. If you produce one piece of content and it doesn't hit, and then you stop, you don't really have a significant amount of feedback when it comes to the media that you're producing. So you may or may not have a message that's going to be resonating with your dream customers, your avatar, your target market, your niche, or whatever it is that you're doing. So you need to produce media over a period of time in order to really find out what resonates with your dream customers. And that's an important part of the process. So to make sure that you're creating media on a regular basis, and that media can be built around a specific media plan and produced on a regular basis to your dream customers. The great thing about the marketplace nowadays is that, we live in an era that we can self-produce this media and really get feedback in real time based off of what people resonate with. So make sure that you create media to be liked, not to be known. And secondly, make sure you find your message and then hit it over and over again. And third, your business is going to need what it needs in order to grow. So if you're not hitting your growth goals, probably one of the things that you have, or one of the constraints on your business, is that you have a sales, marketing, and or product delivery process that has separate goals, and you don't have what it is that it need for your business to hit the next level of success. And one of the things that we've found over and over again is that companies that produce media on a regular basis, they're perceived as experts in their industry, and that supports their sales, marketing, and also product delivery and or operational process across the board. It gets people in a line. People are able to resonate with your messaging. Everything gets more and more succinct. It gets tighter and tighter. So make sure that you're giving your business what it is that you need, what it needs in order to grow. And this is a really great kind of paradigm shift as well, because if it's not growing, or if you're not seeing the growth that you want, it's probably because your business doesn't have sales, marketing, and or product delivery process that has the same goals, and you're not producing those things in the same or in the manner that it needs. So don't be selfish about that. Make sure that you go out there, give your business what it is that you need in regards to growth. The fourth thing is, don't make content based off of what you think the marketplace wants to see. Make content based off of what your avatar wants to watch. So your avatar, your dream customers, we call it in our business. And this is one of the things that I had challenges with in regards to consistently producing media, is I would wake up and say, oh, what would I want to produce today? And what you should be doing is testing the marketplace, or rapidly testing the marketplace with regards to your messaging and finding out what resonates with them on a regular basis. So if you look at the number of views in regards to the media that you're producing on a regular basis, you can kind of get some trends in there. But the only way that you're going to be able to accomplish this is if you're actually producing enough media on a regular basis in order to serve that process or get it a proper amount of feedback. So as you see, is if we back this all the way up, you got to be producing media consistently so that you can get feedback from the marketplace. That media has got to be based around what it is the market wants to see. So you got to shift away from your focus, or what it is that you think the market wants to see, shifting to what your dream customer wants to see and producing media around that. And the only way to do that is to make sure that you're open to feedback and looking at the analytics in regards to what people want to watch. Now, what I suggest you start as in regards to a process is maybe speaking about outcomes and or results that your avatar would like, or your dream customer would like to see, and structuring your content around this on a regular basis. If you're talking about results or outcome on a regular basis and you're testing the market, and looking at the feedback that you are getting from the marketplace, you're going to be much more successful with your media production. And so that's one of the things that you need to look at, is how that media is working for you, what the feedback you're getting from the marketplace, and then really kind of adjusting your messaging methodology, your process, and the things that are going to serve your entire customer along the life cycle, all the way from the initial content, marketing efforts, through the sales process, product delivery, operational, and then inevitably rolling into the customer re-engagement and or customer reviews, referrals, and repeat business. So the fifth and final thing to be conscious of is make sure that you communicate all of your messaging from a place of humility and honesty. I think that people get this wrong, and they think that they need to have achieved a high level of success in order to start producing media, which is one of the things that gets a lot of our customers caught up, is they don't think that they have, any type of domain authority and or reason to produce media, which is just kind of a gotcha in regards to serving your dream customers at the highest level possible. So everybody's got a degree of domain authority. They have a reason why they earned or learned what it is that they're doing, and they provide some value to the marketplace. If you don't provide any value, there's probably you probably wouldn't be in business, right? So you really need to just discover what that value is and who it is that you're serving, and get very crystal clear about that. Clarity drives activity, and uncertainty is really the enemy of execution. And so when you get certain and you're working on your messaging on a regular basis, that's going to create clarity. It's going to create clarity in regards to who you're serving, how it is that you can serve them, and what it is that your messaging should look like on a regular basis. So make sure that you communicate that from a place of honesty and humility. Don't get caught up in thinking that you need to be the expert day one. If you really go out there and are, outwardly focused, you're looking at people in regards to how can I serve this individual on a regular basis, then you need to make sure that that process is taken care of, and that you are, there's my daughter right there. Sorry about that. They come running in and out of my office all the time. So those are the 5 things, the 5 gotchas or catch, 5 things that really, in my mind, that I've seen our customers go through in regards to media planning and producing media on a regular basis. First and foremost, create media to be known, not to be liked. Make sure that you find your messaging, hit it. Secondly, make sure you find your messaging and hit it over and over again. Make sure that you give your business what it needs to grow. Make sure you have a marketing plan, a media plan that supports your sales efforts, and that also supports your product delivery, and inevitably your customer retention program or customer re-engagement, in order to produce more reviews, referrals, and repeat business. Don't Don't make content that you want to see, make content that they want to watch, that your dream customer wants to watch, that talks about the outcomes, the results that you're delivering on a regular basis. And then make sure, fifth and finally, make sure that you communicate everything from a place of honesty and humility, and make sure that you really are honest about your domain authority, how you earned or learned what it is that you're sharing. And inevitably, if you can tie all those things together around a really simple to follow media plan, I would assert that you're going to have much more success with the growth of your organization. So hopefully you got some value and or a lot of value out of that. And that's a simple to follow framework that has 5 steps of why you're going to get caught up potentially in regards to producing media on a regular basis and how to overcome those in regards to a mindset. Again, if you'd like to get more training from us on how to grow your organizations utilizing our simple to follow frameworks and or how to streamline your customer lifecycle, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and or you can jump over and engage on our website in regards to our simple to follow framework. So that's all I have for you today. And hopefully you make today and every day a fantastic day. We'll talk with you real soon. Bye-bye.